we can move on to the core of as-sarf. But before we do that, let us get these things away. Al-harf and al-ism are things that are rarely discussed in as-sarf. So these are things that an-nahwu is concerned with. But as-sarf is mainly concerned with al-fi'l. Because it's al-fi'l that has derivations that you derive from a root word, that you can derive past and present and future, active and passive, and all those things from. So the main topic, the subject matter of as-sarf is al-kalima, but then mostly it is al-fi'l. Only in passing do we deal with al-harf and al-ism, but most of the time we will be concerned with al-fi'l. Are we good so far? Okay, so now we can move on to the most important idea, concept, and as-sarf. That is the idea of root words. Talk about root words, we are mostly concerned with al-fi'l again. And the way it is in Arabic, it's much more specific and much more structured, the root words, than they are in other languages. In other words, we know exactly how many letters a root word should have. Okay, in English, a root word can have any number of letters, right? But in Arabic, we know exactly how many letters a root word should have. And that's the most important idea. That's what makes the Arabic language so structured. Because we know, for example, that ism can have these many letters, and fi'l can have these many letters, and so on. To make this easy, the Arabs have come up with a way of figuring out the real letters of the root word. You can, for example, have, again going back to one of the examples we wrote on the board, muta'allim. Muta'allim is a student, a learner. The root word here, now we know, is ilm. This is because we already know, we can kind of tell from this word that the root word here is ilm. This is the root word. But there are some other words for which we may not know what the root word is. And for that we need to know the rules of as-sarf. So here we say ayn and lam and mim. These three are the root words, the root letters. And mim and ta, these two are extra. These two are extra. And ayn, lam, mim are original. So this is what I meant by saying that we know exactly how many letters a root word has. The root word of muta'allim, we know, has exactly 3 letters. Ayn, lam, mim. Okay. Questions so far? the point here is that in other language we may not know what the root word, what are the original letters in the root word. But in Arabic we know exactly for each word, specifically when it's ism or fi'l, we know exactly which letters in that word are part of the root word and which additional letters have been added to give it a certain meaning. Here, mim and ta have been added to this word to give it the specific meaning of student or learner. This is the specialty, if you will, of the Arabic language, that the root words are known. So the way they recognize, the mechanism to recognize the root words is the following. At the beginning, it's not very intuitive. It's a little bit difficult, I should say. But if you think about it, you get it, inshallah. So in Arabic, they use fa, ayn, and lam. Use these three letters to show the root letters, or the original letters in the root word. So they use fa, ayn, and lam. So in other words, they use fa, ayn, and lam as a scale. So this is basically a scale. This is a scale by which they weigh a word to find out which letters are part of the original root word and which letters have been added to give it a certain meaning. So when you weigh it, everything falls, on against one of these. So whatever falls on fa, ayn, or lam, those are part of the root word, the original part of the root word. Anything that falls away or anything other than fa, ayn, lam, those are not the root word. Okay, for example, here, this ayn would fall on fa, lam would fall on ayn, mim would fall on lam. So if you know as-sarf, if you learn those rules inshallah, then you would know that exactly which ones will fall on fa, ayn, and lam. And by that you would be able to know what letters are part of the root word. Anything additional to that will be extra, added to the word to give it a different meaning. Let's look at another example. Same root word, ta'lim. Okay, so you now want to weigh this word. Have a word, you know it has quite a few letters. Ta, ayn, lam, ya, mim. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. And you want to know which ones are part of the original. So you actually